What's up, everybody? It is raining today. I've been working again, painting houses, so I'm off today because we're painting the outside of a house right now, so no work today, but that's okay. I got some cleaning and stuff I need to get done around the RV. Yes, Chloe. So we had our first open house Sunday, which was a big mistake because it was pretty dead. We didn't think when we scheduled it. It was the opening weekend for football, and Chiefs are pretty big around here, and it was a pretty nice day. And for some reason, the site that I put the house on, my pictures wouldn't show up. And I uploaded different pictures from different devices because it said certain images won't work or something like that. I don't know. So I tried it from the GoPro and I tried it from my iPhone. Nothing would show up. And then all of a sudden Monday, I don't know, days after I posted it, the pictures finally showed up. But we've been talking and we're not sure what we're going to do yet, but we're probably not going to try to sell it ourselves just because if they can get it sold, it's worth it. Hey, you good? But we've been talking about another option that we said was not an option in the beginning, but we are thinking about possibly renting it for a while. If we do that, we're going to have to refinance first. We have a lot of equity in the house, and that equity was going to finance our trip on the road and also pay off all of the debt we have for, you know, working on the house and things like that we've accumulated over the past year or so. When this journey started, when we decided to move into an RV, we hardly had any debt. So yeah, we're thinking about that. It's an option. We haven't decided completely what we're going to do yet, but we will let you guys know. We're going to decide soon. The good thing about if we rent it, we can get this house refinanced and possibly have it rented in the next month or two and be out of here before winter like we wanted. And it has also been a very, very eventful week around the RV. Everybody knows the old saying, if it wasn't for bad luck, we wouldn't have none at all. My God. It's literally one thing after another, after another, after another, after another. But, I mean, what are you going to do? You know? It's not going to deter us. Things happen. You know, by the time it's all said and done, this RV is going to be brand new from front to back. But anyway, for starters, I figured out why the 30 amp breaker blew that went out and I had to replace. Well, it was the AC. After I put the new one in, it still would trip the breaker every now and then with just the AC on, and I would leave to go to work in the morning. I would come back at lunch to let the dogs out, and the breaker would be tripped, and it would, I mean, it hasn't been super hot here in Missouri, thank goodness, but I mean, it would be starting to get pretty warm in the RV because the breaker would be tripped. But I did some research online, and everybody had, you know, everybody has an opinion, and everybody's ACs had different problems. People were saying it was the hard start capacitor, stuff like that. Everything checked out good, and then I took everything apart to get to all that. Took the shroud, everything off. Happened to look in to the fins where the fan blows through, and it was completely caked with just dust and everything. I mean, it was thick. It had to have been 1/4 inch or better thick. And there was one clear little spot on the vents were about as big as the fan, a little smaller than the fan, the blades itself. So I cleaned it real good, and it has been good since. I can run the microwave with the AC again, everything's fine. So same day I figured that out. I got done working on it up on the roof in the sun. I was sweaty. I sweat a lot. Went to take a shower, there's no water. So I was thinking the RV park, you know, they might have had the water off. It's happened a couple times. They was working on something. So we had a little water in the tank. So I turned the pump on and took me a shower. The pump is still on because I turned the pump back off, went outside, checked everything, and the water was not off. It was our water pressure regulator had completely clogged up, wasn't letting anything through, which is not a big deal. It was, I don't know, $10, $15. Went and got a new one, hooked it all up, still got no water. Took everything off again, turned it on, had water coming through the hose, through my filter, and it was coming through the new regulator. So I started looking into the the inlet outside for city water, and my check valve was stuck closed. So I got it fixed, got it clean, freed up, got the water on, working fine. Went to bed that night, woke up the next morning, went outside to that side of the RV. I think I was getting a tool out of my storage on that side, and water was dumping out of my tank, my onboard tank. So I started checking things, and I could hear water flowing through the pump backwards. So I researched that, and come to find out it has a check valve that's supposed to close and not let water backfeed. Well, for some reason it went bad, and the pump is pretty much brand new. I got the pump 4 or 5 months ago, I think. So right now I'm just running off the pump. I just filled the tank up completely, and we're running off the pump because if I run city water, it's dumping out of my tank. So I have not fixed that yet, but we do have water on. The pump's working fine. It's just, you can't shut it off or it backfeeds. So I think I'm just going to order. I found just the new check valve kit online for like $12. So I think I'm going to order that for now, and I might go ahead and just buy a new pump for a backup. So I'm not too sure about SureFlow. I don't know. I might try another one just because they're cheap, but I did find a couple brands on Amazon that had really good reviews that was like $29. I can't remember the brands, but it says for marine or RV use. So I might try a cheapie off of Amazon and then get the kit for this one and fix this one too. And then I'll have a backup just in case. But yeah, so after all that was said and done, I got all the water on. It was time to exercise the generator. Went to start it to exercise it, generator would not start. Went through everything, had spark. Found out it was not getting gas. Ended up being the fuel pump, which, I mean, I'm not blaming the shop. Did a good job so far, and they didn't work on that side of it. It's always been a little hard to start. Took a minute, so I think the pump's been going out. And I mean, it was the original pump from 1993, so I already ordered it. I did the fast shipping, and I actually got the pump in yesterday, and the generator is working perfect now, and it actually fires right up. Usually you had to crank it about 10 seconds and then let off for a second and then crank it again for another 10 seconds and it would start. And now it's, you know, it starts up pretty fast now. So that was a big relief off, because we have had very, very bad luck with generators. That one worked perfect when we got it, and it stopped working. Our first RV, the little Class C, The generator worked perfect on it when we got it, and right before our first big trip to California, like the day before, it would not start. So we went to California and back with no generator. So yeah, for some reason generators don't like us. But this one's working good for now, knock on wood. I just need a break where everything works, you know. At least we're not out in the middle of nowhere and things are breaking. You know, I can hopefully work out most of the rest of the bugs before we take off. I don't know, guys, but it's not going to deter us. Things happen. You know, we live in a house and things broke all the time too. So yeah, hope everybody's doing well. Now that the house is done and stuff, we're going to try to start making more videos and try to get Candace in them a little more. She's just always got something going on. So yeah, that's all that's going on around here, guys. I just want to give everybody a little update. But we are ready to take some kind of little trip soon. I mean, it needs to be drove. I do start it every now and then and let it run a while, bring it up to temp. And you should always put your transmission in neutral, because in park it's not circulating the fluid in the transmission right. When you put it in neutral, it actually pumps the fluid around. It's what I've been told anyway, so I do it. Alright guys, we'll see you on the road.
Heck yeah.